Alright, here is the video review for the Mastermind Creations reformatted OPTUS PROMINON Severed Geist. It is R-48SG. Severed Geist, obviously shattered glass. A repaint of their OPTUS Pexus mold. We've gotten a couple times now. This is the convention exclusive version that has some of the like battleware paint on it, as well as like these actual drilled holes in the chest plate. And as far as I know, those are the major differences between this one. Is this has the custom drilled and painted holes and kind of scuff damage around it. There is a version up for pre-order on most of the main Transformer websites that is this version, but I think just it doesn't have the drilled holes and it doesn't have the battle damage. But otherwise, I think it comes with all the same stuff. But yeah, it's a cool little Cybertronian Optimus Prime mold. Just this time in his shattered glass colors. Even has a little textured cracked window over here on the left side. But nothing that we really haven't seen before in terms of the mold itself. He's got a little green LED'd or green centered matrix, and you do get the handles for that, which you can store here on the on these hip plates. That I'm always so afraid they're going to fall off and lose them, and I usually just leave this matrix in there. You can pop it out. I'm just going to do this right now because it's easier, and clip the handles on to have them hold it as more of a matrix in robot mode. But like I said, for the most part, I just leave the handles in the box and leave the core in his chest. But it is there if you want it. You get the nice hard plastic bio card with his stats, as well as the instruction manual. Although it's a very basic instruction manual, there's some cool photography in it, some good, really nice action shots. They got a great photographer over there at Mastermind doing some cool stuff. But there's no comic, there's no tease for the next figure. It's just the instruction booklet for the Prime. Go ahead and put his core back in there, right there in the chest, and then close that up. Transformation, we're not going to waste a whole lot of time drawing out every step because it's exactly the same as we've seen before, so we'll just kind of do it here. Go ahead and pop these little arm cannons off as well. Just they get in the way. Pop that up, and then bring the foot out, bring the whole legs down, bring the heel all the way around and up into the body like that. Piston down, and then kind of sandwich these down around it. Yeah, come here, you. Cooperate. There we go. Just like that. So you can see they sit like that, and you're going to kind of sandwich, accordion, I guess is the word I'm looking for, not sandwich. Those panels down like that. Go ahead and flip these little panels down here and slide these two leg panels down like that. Pull the legs all the way up. Let's get them standing here, and then we'll lift the camera up a little bit here. Keep more of them in frame. Rotate the waist, collapse that piece down. Go ahead and pop the arm, or actually pop the wheels off first. Slide these panels forward, like that, and rotate the arms back there. Go ahead and lift this canopy piece up from the front. There we go. Push his head up through there. There we go. Bring that all the way up, and then fold this up into here. And then these come around, untab from here, and then these pieces come down, and there's little circular pieces here that this will tab onto like that. Fold it down like that. Bring that down. Fold this up into here. Come on. Maybe I shouldn't have tab that down first. There we go. I'll bring that up. There we go. Rotate those down to the back, and then collapse the chest down onto the. There we go. Get that out of the way. Come on. There we go. Snap all that into place. Bring the shoulders down, arms up, extend them The arms at the elbow, like that. Flip these up, rotate these little vents forward. And there he is in robot mode. He's got the posable hands. I love just the range of motion they put into this mold. Really nicely designed. Even like I said, there's maybe the alt mode could have looked a little more interesting, a little bit more dynamic, but the trade-off is you get this fantastic looking, very posable robot, and I'm okay with that. I'll put his little forearm blasters back on. And right here. And then he's got his 2 blaster guns, his rifles, in solid black. There's no silver detailing like there was on the original. That he can hold in his hands. You can tab them in like this in one hand. Actually, let's go ahead and put one in his hand. There's a little tab in his hand, and then you can wrap his fingers around it. They extend. You can also, on either side, you can peg them on to store on his back like that. And I'm doing 1-in-1 because he also comes with this giant 3-part, really cool axe. And you get the blade and 2 handle pieces for it. So you can have the main axe blade with this handle piece, and there's a tab right there, which again he can tab into his hand, and he holds it securely. Gotta get the tab lined up right, like that. His thumb's all messed up, but he's got a giant axe like that. You can give him there's a smaller handle here if you want to have him. Giant axe with a tiny handle. Probably a little bit more control. An axe with when you got a shorter handle like that on the axe. And get it tabbed into his hand here. There we go. So it's got the molded little piece there at the bottom. Or you can take all 3 pieces. Plug this in here, plug this into the bottom of this. You want to make sure those slots are facing in the right direction, but then you can have him hold it either here or here, and he does in fact, because of all the posability they built into it, he has the range to absolutely just two-hand this thing if you want to. I'm not going to get into it because I'm trying to get this done, but yeah, he's got a lot of range of motion. He can hold it a couple different ways, but he's got this really cool axe. He comes with an alternate maskless face for the original OPTUS Pexus. He comes with it's just the front half. You can swap out the maskless face on to this head if you'd prefer. And then he comes with this cape, this fabric cape and hard plastic neck piece that we've seen on a couple figures now, most notably their Batman Rat Bat repaint guy. But you can put this on here. There's a hole here for the head. Like that. And you can, there's wire in the cape. You could just pose it like that, but to keep the face visible, it helps to take this little plastic piece, which is split right here, and you can kind of put that around the neck. It just kind of, one, locks the cape on, gives it a little bit of a fabric look right around the neck, and also keeps the head, allows the head to still be posed, and then you can kind of take this and fold it however you want. You can fold it around the neck, you can bring the cape out around to the side like it's blowing in the wind. But it's a really nice look, and it works really well on the figure. So yeah, it's a really cool set. Like I said, if you missed out on the TFCON exclusive version, you can still get one almost identical to this, just without some of the battle damage and scuffy, and some of this. I think it doesn't have this silvery scuffed paint on like the arms and some of the trailing edges. But essentially the same figure with all the same extra pieces. I'm pretty sure it does come with the axe and the cape and all that good stuff. And then just real quick, because I mentioned we did them all again. One, because I had them out for all the other videos. Here he is with the eartherized version of the Shattered Glass Optimus mold. Just to give you an idea of official versus unofficial. And here he is with the previous two uses of the mold. Here he is with the original Optimus, his Dark Shadow. And here he is with the Nemesis black version they did as well. Yeah, this is a figure I will own just about every deco they do. They are doing, like, is it the Stormbringer one they're calling it? War Within or Stormbringer. But they're doing one where he's got the yellow, and they've remolded some bits to look more like one of the older comics. I think it's Stormbringer, but it could be War Within. But anyway, you're getting another redeco of this mold. With, I think it even has a different head. But it's just a gorgeous, fun toy, and the shattered glass colors work really well on it. But there is R-48SG Shattered Geist OPTIS PROMINON from MMC.